So what's up, everyone? I am back with more news. Today we got a couple gaming news and some tech news, which I actually love tech also. I can't afford tech, but I love reading about it and seeing which way it goes. We're going to start off with how much Ubisoft hates you and hates anybody that works for it. Ubisoft botched a Division 2 fix so badly that it broke its ability to update the game. Essentially, this story is saying that with the update that the Division 2 developers pushed out recently, it broke making builds so badly that they can't push another update through yet. So they had to, what was it? They had to delay the new season, which was supposed to come out last week, and they can't extend the one that is currently going on until it repairs the game. So essentially, with this update, they just completely broke their own game, which is got to be more than 2 years in now at this point. When did this game come out? Well, let's see. Got a lot of tabs open. Division 2 came out in 2019. It's 4 years old now, and they just finally broke it. Which I loved this game, to be fair. But leave it up to Ubisoft to kind of just shit on anything that anyone has enjoyed recently, like life. So here's the statement that the Ubisoft Division 2 team, I don't know who the developers are, released, and says, "Dear agents, last week we shared news that the season would be delayed due to a localization issue. This past Saturday, in the process of creating the update, which would resolve the issue, we encountered an error that brought down the build generation system for the Division 2. As a result, we cannot update the game until the system has been rebuilt." Hopefully it doesn't mean, realistically, it sounds like they have to, from the ground up, rebuild the build system, which was my favorite part of the game. I love theory crafting, trying to make builds. Maybe I should check out the Division 2 now. In past, when a season was delayed, we extended the previous season's activities. Unfortunately, this is not possible in the current situation. So we are unable to make server or client-side updates until the build generation system is restored. Good progress over the last 96 hours. Been able to restore critical aspects of the system. Man, no ETA also. This is on the Division's Twitter page also. Man, you know what? Good on Ubisoft. On to our next piece of news. Looks like Forbidden West will be coming out on PlayStation Plus on the 21st, which the original, well, not the original, but the game came out on the 18th of last year. So it seems like Sony, for first-party games on their subscription system, will release the games a year after, which is not terrible. They've got to do something to kind of catch up to what our Xbox is doing. So I wonder if they kind of shorten that. But also coming out on the 21st, I'm assuming, is The Quarry. I was playing that game. I still need to play it. Outriders. I beat the original game. Scarlet Nexus, The Forgotten City, and Borderlands 3 at no extra cost if you have extra or premium. PS4 versions of RE7, Tekken 7, Ace Combat. Are these games that only came out on PS4? So this month, I mean, we're in for a pretty good month when it comes to PlayStation. We've already had a pretty good month when it came to Xbox. So yeah, for those of you that didn't pay $70, which is a lot of money for Forbidden West, here you go. On to the next story. This game I'm super excited about. Lies of P becomes a real game in August. So this is the Pinocchio Souls-like Bloodborne game. It's been narrowed down to August when it comes to the release date. There's no other news on top of that, besides that it might come out in August. I just wanted to let everyone know you should be excited for this game. So now on to a couple of kind of bummer stories, to be honest with you. Looks like Multiverse's daily peak on Steam has dropped more than 99% since it launched. Here in the story, this is on Video Games Chronicle. Looks like it, at max, the game on Steam had 20 million players, and now for the first time, it's dropped down to under 1,000 peak concurrent players, which I played it when it first came out, and it was okay. I'm not big into Smash, so it never really tickled my pickle. But I remember people saying that this was going to be the next Smash killer. Hopefully there's something they can do. It seemed interesting. I don't know if there is anything they can do. They've kind of already released all of their top characters, haven't they? So sadly enough, Multiverses is dying. So on to our next kind of bummer piece of news here. This is on Games Radar. Looks like the Saints Row reboot cost over $100 million to make, which in perspective, it cost, I believe, 120 around there to make Forbidden West, which we talked about earlier. What's most interesting to me, I mean, everybody knows that this game flopped. They never did anything interesting with it, at least from outside looking in. I never played it. But there was a statement made by the Embracer Group's CEO, which made absolutely no sense. And I wanted to read it to you guys and see what you guys think. I think I stated before the release that we were confident in the financial profile of the investment. Oh, and this happened at, seems like a investors meeting, a shareholders meeting, I should say. Wing Fours, I think that's how you say his name, said in a Q&A session that the Embracer Group's annual general meeting. Obviously, personally, I had hoped for a greater reception of the game. It has been very polarized view. There are a lot of things that could be said in detail around it, but on one hand, I'm happy to see a lot of gamers and fans happy. At the same time, it's a bit sad to see a lot of fans not happy. It's difficult. Which I don't know if there were a lot of gamers, or any gamers that you could actually count, that were happy with what Saints Row became. So interesting. I mean, obviously, it's like a shareholders meeting, so he has to twist it some way. But still a weird statement for anybody that actually pays a little bit of attention to games news. So on to some tech news here, which I love tech news. I love to see where it's going. I've been in the tech industry for 12 years. Oh, wow. 12 years of my life now. This one is on Twitter, and we know the world is burning over there. Twitter engineers filled feeds with Elon Musk's tweets because he was jealous of Joe Biden. So to preface this story, it was a while, maybe a couple weeks ago. Elon Musk, his impressions count were getting down into the tens of thousands instead of millions that he wants, because it's his company, damn it. And he had a meeting with his Twitter engineers to try and figure out what was happening, if they were trying to silence him or anything along those lines. And when the engineers didn't find any issues with the algorithm, I guess there's a scale on 0 to 100 on if you should be pushed to more Twitter feeds or anything like that. And he was at 90 something at peak, which was, I think, in December around there. But it was brought down to 9 when he was getting the tens of thousands. So after the meeting he had with his engineers, they found nothing wrong. Elon Musk fired an engineer because he didn't like their answer, which is hilarious. I feel bad for the engineer, don't get me wrong. But Elon Musk's little temper tantrum there is funny. It's funny. And then before the Super Bowl, Joe Biden tweeted something about the Eagles. And then Elon Musk tweeted about the Eagles, and Joe Biden's tweet outperformed Elon Musk's. 29 million impressions for Joe Biden and 9.1 for Elon Musk. So now he kind of got his engineers to just push his stuff towards everybody's profiles. I think he just sent out like a period tweet or something. It was something just super out there. Well, not necessarily out there, just nothing. It was a nothing tweet. It was a shit post. He was testing out his new algorithm that he put for himself. So there you go. Elon Musk has a big dick, apparently. And on to our last piece of news. This one is tech again. It's not a bummer story, though. Digital hoarders rejoice. Western Digital's MyBook external hard drives now max out at 44 terabytes of storage. So the MyBook is just like a little wireless hard drive connected to your wireless network, and you have access to it. So it's a NAS type of thing. But up until last year, I believe, it maxed out at 22, something around there, 22 terabytes, which is a whole hell of a lot. Don't get me wrong. But now the 44 terabyte is replacing the 22 at that price, which I remember paying $100 for a 512 megabyte card for my little point and shoot camera. So I don't know. I feel like here soon we're just going to have endless, which this might as well be endless amounts of data storage. So everybody that's pirating stuff, I'm just joking. But if you need 44 terabytes of stuff in one hard drive, which I want, I don't know what I'd use it for, but it's available, or will be soon. I'm not sure. But that's the news that I found most interesting over the weekend. I'll be doing more of these. They're really fun, especially saying Elon Musk has a big dick. I didn't expect to say that in this video. But thank you guys for watching. Remember, you guys matter, and you guys have a good one.